All right. I did a couple of these missions last night. I'm about halfway through with my like favorite squad that I'm really sticking with lately. So let's see if we can wrap this up and get a nice boss attempt. I've like done like several runs of this party, including like a pretty long recording yesterday, but I wasn't really happy with like my tone. I was like pretty pissed off and pretty salty, so I deleted it. And then did a couple of runbacks and finally kind of a sense of like how this group works. And I'm enjoying it quite a bit, honestly. I changed my camera angle. There's the cat. Okay, where are we at? We're at the final inn before the mountain. We're doing the sluice. We'll have one region to the mountain. We're going to do a bonus sluice because these things, I don't really care. Honestly, like the priorities seem to be for inns, for me personally, are ideal trinkets for your party. I got a really, really good healing one from the last region I did. And then you do the sluice or you get mastery points. Those are the things that are really key. However, at this point, mastery points. Oh, I did this before bed last night, but I guess it didn't save. Interesting. Okay. I remember this. I did suffer. Ounce of prevention. I haven't used this once. Yeah. You're chilling. I like to hear that. And then consecration of light, consecration of fortitude. And then 2 more points would be... 2 more points would be what? Endure for the stress heal. This is cool. Maybe mantra for the 50% heal is better. Alright, I'm happy with this. Okay, so the Wainwright. Need to repair this.
A smoother ride. For a time at least.
I could have sworn I did this before bed last night. Healing received from skills isn't quite worth it. Oh yeah, I did do this last night. But it didn't count. That's fucked up. Yeah, I bought all these, like... I bought all the playing cards. We have hugely discounted combat trinkets here. Wait, what's going on? Okay, we can use our flapjacks. I'll save these 2 for the final. The heal's not worth it. Whiskey bottle's nice. Okay, we gotta do some stress heal. Yeah. We got flapjacks. We've been automatically making flapjacks. It feels great. Okay. The key to this game, if you ever play it, is spending money on your party's relationship. Because if your party's relationships are strong, everything works out in your favor. It's a very, very important detail. Okay, what the fuck is happening with my inventory here? What can I get rid of? Get rid of the apples and cheese. Don't need that with my flapjack party. Soothing poultice. Where are we going? The sluice. Holy water, toxic ichor. Okay, I guess we'll just use stuff. Look at that. Oh yeah, we're so friendly. As long as you're about 12 out of 20, you have a pretty good chance of a positive relationship forming after the inn. And anything below like 10 is gonna be risky. Okay, buy the other 2 playing cards. There's only 1 more? Okay. Do I have to remove this negative quirk again? He has a negative quirk, right? Fragile, selfish. That was the one I needed to get rid of. And I got lucky, but it didn't save. Really weird. I wanted to remove this particular quirk of 3. Yeah, all positive. Let's go. Okay, I took again. I got rid of the right one. Really lucky. Okay. Okay, do I have any whiskey? No. Who's that one that's kind of like 11? Baldwin Jr.? That's the only one that's low. Okay. Okay, that's good. Do I have any other stress mitigation? Party. +2 speed until next in, -1 stress. That's good. Nice. Okay, so let's do a little more stress mitigation. Are you playing Zelda currently, or what are you doing? By the whiskey flasks.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
Okay, that's good. If I recall correctly, those are the ones I wanted to do. And then I'm not gonna do anything else because it's just the sluice. Let's double check the stagecoach items again. These are not really worth it. This I don't think has done anything yet. I don't see any invigorating stews here, which means what's the chance of that not happening? It's crazy. A lot of people really like V-Rising lately. I know a bunch of people with servers. I was watching like a... Oh, new truck, let's go. The North Dakota Dream.
Aspiration unites the hopeful.
That's exciting. Your new baby? My friend whose house I'm renting bought a new truck when he moved here. And then like
While the heart still beats.
the snow, he scraped out like the huge snowbanks here, and he was like just ruined his month. My strategy, okay, you gotta get the dent out, I totally agree. But a new scratch on a car is kind of like a new scratch on a phone. It's kind of to some degree good for your mental health to get that first one out of the way, so you stop worrying about it, you know what I mean? I remember like I used to buy phones, and then I would like literally keep it like in the fucking case for like weeks at a time and only put it in and take it out to keep it secure. You can't live your life that way. Okay, left or right? Heads or tails? Let's hear it. Okay.
The unknown awaits. Be wary.
My prayers have been answered. Oh yeah, let's just miss everything. They look like pig shit.
No
Yeah.
choice.
Twitch plays Darkest Dungeon 2.
Tears must be confronted.
Mosquito from my eyeball. So agile. Yeah, fuck you. How you like that? This is a real... Twitch played PUBG? Twitch couldn't even play... That's crazy. Twitch couldn't even play the original Pokemon. The original fucking... That was the original amazing, like, viewer experience.
A slow dissection.
Was it PUBG Mobile, or is it like actual fucking PC FPS PUBG? That is crazy. What about the shooting? Who controlled the shooting? PUBG is really interesting. I really like playing like first person solos and duos, but like PUBG Mobile, which I think is like the third person, is huge in Asia. I mean, India and Asia. It's pretty cool. Like PUBG Mobile is like the biggest game in India with like hundreds of millions of players. Or, I don't know, tens of millions of players, sorry. It's probably more accurate. I played that game for a while. It was like the first FPS game I like really put time into. Probably 500-600 hours into PUBG. PUBG is the kind of game where like... you're so mad when you die, and then like 5 seconds later, you're like, okay, I understand what I did wrong. But you're like, oh, fuck this, not again? 20 minutes of looting? Just like... get shot by a Car 98, but then you're like, okay, here's what I did wrong. It's like you can always kind of figure out eventually what you did. I like that about the game. And like I have a good friend of mine who like he has a whole crew. He's one of the guys who has like a whole crew of buddies who have been playing video games together since like grade school, and they always play different games together and stuff like that. And he was like, despite all the games he played, he was like, PUBG is like the most heart-pounding Final 5 of any of those BRs. I think he's kind of right about that. Like if you're like in a top, as the doc would say, if you're in a top 10 situation or a top 5 situation, you're on the edge of your fucking seat, man. My armpits are like cold sweat. Game is fun. Yeah.
This wound, at least.
And it's so fun when you win. Like, let's go! Yes! A lot of times you'll also be like, okay, I know how bad the guys are who just... sometimes you realize, okay, those guys just like... Those guys just choked this top 5 situation as hard as I want it. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Like, I was like... That was like a very fun game. Did you like playing solos or duos? And did you play first person or third person? Yeah. I like solo just generally as a person, so I would do that pretty often. But it is punishing. Yeah. Duos, I think, is like the best experience. I used to watch... At that point, that was like 2017, 2018, I was working a job where I was like the over manager for a delivery company that did like food delivery stuff. So it was like 2 afternoons and 2 mornings a week. They're just like fucking hundreds of orders are going out. And a lot of the time that job was just like chilling at home, checking my laptop every couple hours to make sure nothing went crazy. And that was a period where like back then, for some reason, my TV, my Samsung TV, had a Twitch app. It was like made by like some Russian guy, and up in, like that Twitch app worked on my smart TV until like 2020 or something, like 2019, when Twitch finally found out about it. Okay, we're going left or right here. It was like a like the contact email for like customer service was like in Russian, but his like this Twitch app would work, and so I'd watch Choco Taco on Twitch play like PUBG duos every day while I worked. It was fun, man. I like it. The thing with duos is like you hear some shots, you find someone, and then you kind of like you do a lot of there's like downtime where you're looting and running around, and then you get into a little 2v2 situation, and if you're good players, you know to like use utility and use smokes and use flashes, and it kind of becomes like a little 2-on-2 duel for a while. So the pacing was good. Okay, heads or tails? Heads is left. Same thing. Yeah, third person I didn't like. I think because Fortnite was like that too. I just don't like that. It just doesn't feel like the pure gameplay. Okay, so one cool thing about this is you get different quirks every time you play, and this guy has, who's my frontliner, heavy melee, heavy sword, etc. The quirks he has currently are insane. Negative, positive relationship chance, always good. Slippery, HP's under 75%, you get a chance to get a dodge, that's fine. But this one is like the best possible positive quirk you could essentially have on your frontliner, where if you get this on your backliner, like your sorcerer or something like that, it's horrible. Nothing's worse than this. But at the beginning of combat, he automatically goes to the front, gets 2 taunts, 2 charged attacks, and 2 75% damage reductions. So this is how he starts. So I got really, really lucky with this, and it couldn't be better. So it's really helped me a lot with like just powering him up here.
An unavoidable end.
Yeah. We're on the 5th and final thing. I got a good roll in the stats. I got some lucky things. Every playthrough is a little different. And then the issue is the final boss has 1,000 HP and 2 ads that never stop spawning and keep getting resurrected. So I don't know how to. I'm gonna have to do a couple more reps and play with some different team comps to figure out how to beat this game. But we're near the end, and then I really have to wonder how much more I'll play it. Look at this. This automatically hits everyone who is blighted. Free heals, damage and free heals. So I don't know how much I'll play. I'm not sure how much more I'll play this game after finishing the final boss. Maybe a little bit more, but this game is punishing and a huge bummer sometimes. When you're like attached to a group and someone gets unlucky and dies. The way this game works is that you have a chance to die, but not a 100% chance to die if you get damage at 0. So it really feels brutally unfair when you do die. And sometimes a big creature like this can resist a death blow like 3 times in a row, and you're just like getting destroyed by it. There's a lot of variation here. So I like it. This is amazing turn-based combat. This game is also like a fucking testicle killer for sure. But it's easier than the first one. Fertile Dirt. It's definitely easier than the first one. Because it's about multiple runs. So even when you fail, you still get there. All you lose is a couple hours, as opposed to a full campaign. The other game was like, if you lost a character who's important, you just have to spend hours leveling them back up to make them part of the normal team. Alright. What shit can we get rid of here? Ooh, this is good. Where do these come from, man? Okay. Okay, you never use this. Nothing that ever has lower death blow resistance, you just, as a rule, never use that. Greater anchoring charm. This has been really effective. This is nice, don't get me wrong. But this has done so much work. I'm gonna take this instead. Keep her back there. The most annoying thing with this party is I don't have a lot of movement abilities, so if we get shuffled around, it's like completely devastating.
Have some demonic spark of otherworldly intelligence.
This is the first game that when I'm finished it, I thought about doing this for Hitman, but I kind of forgot because I was moving, etc. I might start doing some sort of like review type videos to talk my thoughts about it or something. One thing I noticed about YouTube is I sorted by views. Everything gets double digit, but nothing gets triple digit. I sorted by views, and the shorter the videos are, generally speaking, obviously, like no one gets good views, I think, for long playthroughs, like 3-hour videos. But the closer they are to like an hour 15, an hour 30, the better the views are than the ones that are 3-4 hours. Makes sense. No one really wants to get into that. I find I care a lot more, but like over time, I've been doing this since like November. I find over time, I care more about like YouTube analytics than Twitch. Because Twitch isn't really changing that much. It's always like average of about 1, and then like live views somewhere between like 8 and 15. But like nothing really changes much more than that on a day-to-day. But YouTube, so like I find I a lot of times even kind of forget to look at the stream summaries after streams because they're pretty static. But YouTube, I'm always a little more curious about which videos are getting more views or what happens overnight. YouTube might be a little bit better also of like showing you what things are different and like being like, hey, you just got 50 hours watched, or hey, you just hit 1,000 views. Those kind of things I think YouTube is a little bit better at than Twitch is. Twitch is a little like impersonal or something. Yeah, I just find over time I'm caring more about that, or I pay more attention to that. Ooh, that guy fucked me up. Okay, that's about 60% of his health gone. No, he's invisible. Stay away.
A breakthrough.
I always feel a little sense of victory when there's someone who's invisible who you can't target, but someone's in the other row, so you can hit both of them with the duo ability. That is always greatly satisfying. Oh. I've been munched. Oh. Fuck off. This guy's important to kill first because he eats corpses and upgrades himself. Now we play grenade this guy for the 3rd time, which should give this guy enough dots to die, yes. And it goes. Straight death. And then I need to take this. I need to take this off him. And now I need to heal. Do you have this one? Oh, too low. Look at that. Holy shit. That healed for 109, right?
This is no time to fall.
Unbelievable. Okay, give him the big chop. Okay, is he dead? No, he needs one more hit. Everyone's stress is being handled quite well. I could have used Necrosis there and heal myself as opposed to taking damage. Doesn't really matter. I'll now use this for no reason. Nice. Okay. A synchronized dissection.
An inkling of potency still lingers in some of these well-worn relics.
Oh, yes, please. I'm getting so many trinkets for my leper that I can't truthfully decide which ones to do. This one is absolutely terrific. Turn start, a 2 out of 3 chance to convert blind, which he automatically does, into an attack buff. I think this, I'm going to keep this though. This one's been doing really well for me. So I think I'll keep that. I'm going to keep that one though and think about it. Inventory full. I mean, we lost some slime mold, so it doesn't matter. But I got to get rid of some of this shit. Okay, let's review the combat items. 1 mineral rich spring water, 2 toxic ichor, 2 medicinal herbs, and 2 smoke bombs. So, this holy water I don't find has been particularly effective. I'm kind of swimming in fucking flapjacks here. And we're rich. We're really rich. We roam pointlessly into potholes. Alright, simmer down. Can't help that. Okay, we have 20 flapjacks. All we need is 8 more. Can I get a buff here? So what happened with your truck, by the way? You have to. Did you send it back, or are they gonna like service it? What happens? They both had dodges there. We removed both dodges and did damage to them, which is amazing. It's a big bleed. Ooh, that's a stun. I don't like that. Okay. What color did you get? As long as that does 6, that should be enough to kill him. He did 6. Excellent.
This is no time to fall.
Yeah. Yeah. I found, for me, the vast majority of little dings on my car happened when I had street parking. Just like you get up in the morning and you like there's like a dent by your tire and it's like the person just drove off in the night. It's like, all right, I get it. That was the majority of them for me. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta park it in a different parking lot. Park it in like a nearby place that closes at night. How far away is your work? Smart. Yeah.
Steady yourself.
Those things aren't going anywhere. And if you get hit by If you get hit by something in an RV parking lot, the insurance is Gucci.
Rely only upon each other.
Okay, now we need a mantra heal. Oh, that's a mission, okay. Okay, and now we heal. Look at that, she's so efficient right now. It's not a mission, like my gym is 20 minutes away. That's like my morning, and it goes by so quickly. I just the part where you said it's in the next city over kind of threw me a little bit until I thought about it. I was kind of dreading the 20-minute drive to the gym in the morning, but like that's the closest town to me, and I need to pick up groceries like most days anyway to pick up something because I'm kind of European. I like to go to the grocery store a bunch of times over the week rather than have one big one. I saw something on Twitter like a month ago. Yeah, right. I saw something on Twitter like a month or so ago. Like a girl was like, what I didn't notice until I dated a European is that they all wear goggles at the beach and they go to the market 78 times a week. I was like, yeah, that's kind of like me. That's kind of what I'm doing lately. But then my friend was like, well, 20-minute commute to the gym is like the same that he has within his like city of 1 million strong. You know what I mean? It's not that different than what other people have. Okay, I'm worried that he's gonna lose his really good quirk here. He still has it. He still has Breacher. Good. So I gotta lock that in and find a field hospital. Okay. So what is that invigorating stew? Where did it go? Party. Okay, let's create this as flapjacks. This is better than the flapjacks, I think. They're roughly the same. I would rather have the bleed resistance. I'd rather have the dot resistance, but the speed makes it better. Okay, what is all this? Trap Maker's Kit. Yeah, take that. Take that. Alright, drop one of the things of... What is stopping me here? All items. What can I get rid of?
Your coach is laden. You can carry no more.
Chance to produce trap items. Drop that. And then I just have too much money. Okay, where are we going?
Consider your position and plan accordingly.
This one. The Tangle.
Trenches and tents. The front lines of a war that was never fought.
Okay, now we're clear. God, we're rich. I've never been this rich. Truck is like an army green. I went to test drive a black one they had. This one just said destroy that AM, all the bells and whistles. There you go. So like, we're no longer at the part where there's like a 4 to 5 month wait list for cars, for new cars anymore, right? Chip shortage is over.
Planning and mindfulness, as vital to survival as sharpened steel. Experimentation.
Okay, what we got here? Stagecoach. Any of these medical gear? No. Trinkets. This is the good one. I'm gonna take it. Then we go to him. We take out this bad one. We get the good one. We drop the bad one. Right. I mean, everyone gets black or blue. Everyone gets black or white, right? No mastery points from the sluice. That's weird.
However painful, is the greatest teacher of all.
Oh, okay. I mean, pretty sweet, generally speaking. Okay, do I want to remove a negative quirk? Do I have any negative quirks I would really like removed? None of these are that bad.
Spend what you can, for wealth no longer has meaning. If indeed it ever did. A bit of comfort. On the
Never
road
been
to
so rich
domination.
in this game. Not even close. Okay, we can't have foodies. So there's two... Wait. After this, there's only one more possible region. So I don't need this many flapjacks. Okay, so... This will be the hardest region, but then the boss I need to have stuff for. We don't have stress. Okay, it's annoying. So where's the whiskey at?
Something to ease the
Okay, what are the
rigors of
weakest
road.
relationships? 16. Damien Jr., right. Probably Damien with most people, because he's the one who goes toxic and upsets people. I've honestly never been this strong in this game. No, we have no stress. We can just use all these things, so our inventory is not crowded. Tiny bugs crawling on me under my shirt. I took my shirt off and talked to my parents on the phone as I drank my second cappuccino. I was like, still insects on me, drinking my blood. Hope I don't get dengue fever. Okay, keep the rest of this shit for the Big Lebowski. Okay, is there any more friendship stuff I can do? I think no. Unless I do the pipe weed, which lowers strength. I'm not really a fan of that. Rest are fine. Okay, combat items, anything here seem better than what I have? Not really. I'm a big fan of the death cap spores. This is actually better, arguably speaking. Okay, we're good.
The plating is patched.
Okay, so where are we going? We're going to the Tangle.
Once more.
So that means the general is going to be the boss we need to fight. Everyone has food, right? Okay, good enough. This is a good run. I hope we get a really useful boss opportunity so I can see what I need. Kind of feels like, look at this. Oh yeah, 6. It kind of feels like one of those things where the problem is still going to be I don't know how to do 1,000 damage to a boss in this game. But we will find out.
Tried and tested. A bond to be
These are always the runs that go well though. When you have like that, when the friendship is absolutely popping off like this,
while the hearts
they really help each other out. There's a lot of ways that they attack or they counterattack and add extra damage. They pump each other up. Sometimes they do these like insane resistance buffs. Okay, so I have to do the layer here. Yeah. And then what's the goal?
reward
Visit an oasis for 5 candles? You got it.
resignation.
Okay, what do we see? The layer is right off the bat, so I have to go to the left. And where is the oasis? Way at the end. Okay, cool. So I have to go left,
Our once
and then immediately to the oasis. Then immediately to the layer boss, so hopefully it goes better than did last time. We're very strong, though. I was hoping to get some mastery points from the sluice. The sluice didn't really give me much except a huge amount of currency. Okay, what do you got for me? Scouting. Okay, good. Nice. I don't have to go to the watchtower anymore. Our eyes open a little bit there. One person came into the chat last night when I was playing Darkest Dungeon 2. Actually, the only person that came in there. And they brought up an interesting question, but something I've thought of before too. Like asking what's my favorite game of all time. And like, there's a balance between like, what game have you played the most of? And which games do you think is like your favorite? Because like not everyone has kind of like a love-hate relationship with some games. And this person was like World of Warcraft. And like to some degree, if I was going to go by virtue of how much time played, obviously it's World of Warcraft and League of Legends, but like those are games that people have like complicated relationships about, you know what I mean? Like the love-hate thing. It's kind of interesting because I would say like Final Fantasy VI, Xenogears, Deus Ex, games like that would be my favorite, but like have I played those the most compared to other games? No. Kind of an interesting thought. Like there's so many like multiplayer games that are like fucking tested and true to make you play it as much as possible. But do you like love them, or you were just like suckered into playing them to some degree? It's hard to say. Okay, I resisted a disease, which I feel great about. But like early WoW was like that was like a magical experience. Like not knowing everything off Wikipedia, not everyone being a know-it-all about everything, like a true sense of like adventure and exploration, running through like an open zone at like 2 in the morning with like music playing. That's like those are really, really cool experiences, man. Okay. This is not worth it. This is not worth it. Running like it's being like a Tauren running through Mulgore with like music playing. It starts to rain. You're like worried about like things you're not doing in life, but it's still like this beautiful feeling. I was like in college and my friend got really into it and I watched him play it and I was like one of those moments in life where you're like, I have to play this. But I waited till the end of the school year and then like just didn't leave my house all summer. It's so fun. There's a girl I knew from high school who was living with me for that summer. And I would just like get like convenience store like peanuts and chocolate and things like that from like the place at the bottom of my building for dinner. And then constantly play WoW. And she comes into my room to check what I'm doing, saying hi. She's like, "Are you collecting sigils? Is this your whole life right now? Is like collecting sigils and marks and everything?" I was like, "Yeah, it is. Can you go away? I'm trying to play games here." Did you just get like a chocolate peanut trail mix and a Snickers bar and a bag of all-dressed chips for dinner?
Past is gone.
Maybe.
Let it die.
One of my favorite WoW periods was like play it till like 8 in the morning, sleep till like 5 or 6, wake up, roll a joint, order a full pizza to myself, and then be ready to raid at 7. And that was like, and then just after the raid, farm with friends of mine until like, and talk on like TeamSpeak or whatever it was. I guess it was TeamSpeak at that point. Do it again. I did that for months, and then go out on the weekends. I was having a great time. Are they a Canadian only thing? All dressed ruffles? You're kidding me. Really? Wow. I did not know that. They have like a delicate flavor. Is ketchup Canadian only too? I heard about that actually. Ketchup chips and all dressed are both very, very good Ruffles. They have like a delicate kind of like slightly acidic, slightly sweet flavor. Fuck, they're good. You can't like cram handfuls. They're one of those things. I had COVID in April, and I was also during this time spending a lot of time with like my woman. So we're going out to like a lot of nice restaurants after I was recovering, and it took me like a month to get my sense of taste back. And what I would realize is I'd eat something, and like a chocolate cake with a coffee sauce, and I would just eat it. I'm like, I taste nothing. But if I separated them into their individual elements, like tasting the coffee sauce or something like that, I could then taste it. But it was like some sort of overwhelming thing where like my passageways were thinned. I was like a bulldog's trachea, you know what I mean? I wasn't getting very much in there. And it's kind of the same thing with ketchup chips or all dressed chips. Or even like the really good Doritos like Cool Ranch or something. If you like are just cramming them down and just slamming them in your mouth, you don't really taste anything. But if you're like eating them a couple of like Ruffles at a time, not a couple of Ruffles and chips, but a couple of like little frills at a time, it's a very delicate, like actually very good flavor for such an unhealthy food. Unfortunately, the last couple of years I've read so much about like seed oils and like industrial processes and everything that I can't like find myself getting jacked up over junk food anymore. I know too much. The same way that I only like really good food when I learn more about like its nutritional quality, I can't really appreciate bad shit anymore. Sour candy still has its moments. Sour Patch Kids, fucking Fuzzy Peaches, those are, Sour Patch Kids especially are like outstanding. M&M peanut butter M&Ms, peanut M&Ms, all these things still have their moments. But I've read too much, I've learned too much the past couple years. I can't do it anymore. My like go-to dessert now is after I finish dinner, I put kefir and yogurt into a blender with honey and protein powder and mixed berries, and I blend that up until it's like a whipped cream type consistency. Pour it into a bowl and then freeze it for like an hour or two, stirring it halfway through. Basically becomes like frozen yogurt, and sometimes it's like perfect, sometimes it's pretty good, and sometimes it's like perfect. It actually really depends on the fruit mix you do. If you do kind of like a berry fruit mix, generally berries are like the healthiest, it doesn't really work as well as it does. Sometimes I had like a banana, pineapple, strawberry, mango type one. That one, fucking super good. It like smooths out or something, and the whole thing tastes really good. What's this? Takes 30 plus 30% damage from Bullseye Barrett's attacks. Who's Bullseye Barrett? This guy. We got a named creature, eh? I remember this guy.
On closer inspection.
This is really cool. This guy's gonna fuck me up. I need a Consecration of Fortitude on this guy immediately. Oh. Okay, I gotta focus here. Okay, so, what do? I am going to intimidate Bullseye Barrett. Give myself some taunts. Charge up. Rain acid on these two fuckers. Okay, these guys should be dead, right? Not quite him. Oh, he dodged it. Oh, that was amazing. Okay, those two guys are gonna die. It's time to start whipping this boy up.
On to the next.
Okay, chop him up. Look at that. We're so strong right now. The party is coming together, finally. Okay. This is slightly more complicated. He can absorb other people's dots, and then he eats them for one turn, and then they cure themselves. This guy's still alive. I don't appreciate that. Okay, I am going to make a silly move here, but she just never takes damage. Oh, alright. Worked out.
An unavoidable end.
How cleverly you scheme. Okay, I'm going to use Ounce of Prevention for fun here.
Empowered. Emboldened.
I have no... There's nothing to do here. Why is this guy not dying? I now have to use Mantra. Okay, so if these guys both don't die passively from the death blows, I think they both will survive. He's gonna die. Oh, is he delayed? Oh, that's actually really good for me. Look at that heal. I'm so effective at this point. This team is looking really good. Necrosis for a little bit of an extra heal. There we go. Okay, the squad's popping off. Here comes the boss. This boss is a motherfucker. He killed my party last time. He killed my Plague Doctor, and he ruined my whole afternoon. He has an invincible taproot in the back, and he gradually ramps up a stun over time. Once he hits all of you with it, he then uses a Nightmare. So, the goal is an absolute, unequivocal DPS race, essentially.
You may outwit them yet.
He's reacting to attacks. I don't like that. I fucked up there. Okay, so now we go to this dude. Stack the blights. Do as much damage as possible. Just don't shuffle me around. And we're Gucci. Okay, we're hitting him real hard. Ugh. Hate it. A 6 crit means the blight is huge. 15 per turn for 5 turns. That alone does like 50% of his remaining HP. Let's keep it up. He's blinded. The blight is huge. We're chopping away. We get 2 points here. I'm still going to use Consecration of Fortitude, which is probably a mistake because but she will be stronger next turn. Okay. So are they stuck now? He is now strangled. And that's like my primary damage source, so I don't like this. So he now does the thing. This starts to stress your teammates out. So now she has the big nuke. 12 is fine. We need like one more melee attack. Okay. Okay, that's big. We really fucked this guy up. We're really strong right now. I would like to see him die to this before this thing starts really wrecking me. So these guys are both at full now. So this is bad. Now we just have to basically wait for him to drown out and start to stress each other out. I really hate this fucking fight. So now now we're just stressing each other out constantly. And he died. Okay. Easiest lair boss of all time. I've now fought and just... I had done this before, but I've beaten all the lair bosses except for the one in the Shroud, who is consistently, I find, extremely difficult. Okay, let's take all of these and then sort it out afterwards. Okay, my inventory's not full. So let's take a look at these trinkets. Indelible Trinket Armor. Apply to attacker when hit, 2 damage. Gain when hit. If speed is under this, a 20% chance at an extra action. This is better than this. This is quite good. I would say this is better. This I don't need. 20% max HP. Who can benefit from that? I mean, anyone, obviously. Okay, this is the last weak-ass trinket we have. 20% max HP for our lowest HP guys. Fine. I'm going to keep these and reconsider the... Okay, what is all the shit I got? This is actually kind of useful for us, but it's too late. Actually, this might work for the boss. I'd love to have a better meltdown chance for the boss. So I'm going to keep that. And if the flakjacks keep rolling, we're good. The party is firing on all cylinders currently. Where's the trophy? There it is. 200% damage to corpses. It's so random. Why'd you ever do that? In items, food and supplies, wheels. In items is fine. Oh, you don't like that, do you? Okay.
In crisis, no gain is insignificant.
It's not a terribly good one. Okay, so we have to visit an oasis, right? I haven't had a chance at like a choice of route in a while.
The lost souls of a dying world, empty of hope and humanity.
Alright, bring it on. I'd also really like to go to a field hospital. So after this one, I'm going to pay attention to some... I'm going to look at the map for a second, see what I can do.
A breakthrough.
Just don't give me a disease. God, we are so strong right now. I mean, this is an easy fight, but like...
Sweet reprieve. Until the next test is put before you.
Okay. So it doesn't really matter where I go. We're getting this kind of bullshit where there's just too many assistance encounters. We can't go to the creature den. But there is a field hospital after that. Okay, good. So for now we go left, right, straight, right. Okay. So useless. There's so many of these, man. Take the wheel, sure. They survive despite abhorrent conditions. Fascinating. So we go, wait, what do we do here? Left and then right. Gotta get that cache. C-A-C-H-E. I wonder if the word cache, C-A-S-H, did come from C-A-C-H-E.
For decent folk.
And just get sort of like vulgarized. I wonder if there's any chance of that being the case. Because it would be. Like, if you're keeping coins for yourself, yeah, it's currency. But, like, if you're, like, hiding them under your mattress or in your fucking wall, that is a cache of currency. It's not in the bank.
An elementary problem.
Okay, cache, and then assistance encounter, then oasis, then field hospital. And at the field hospital, I'm going to lock in some of my better quirks. So we don't lose Breacher. Cache. It might be possible.
Way, if you can make it. Resigned to the end of things, they waited for death.
I have a really good friend of mine. We used to, like, really always find it, like, mind-blowing when you would, like, think of a word and where it came from. And, like, for the first time, some word you've been using your whole life, like movie. You're like, oh, it's moving picture. They called it a movie because it was like the 30s or it was like the 20s, and like slideshows were turning into like movies. That kind of shit used to blow our mind. We used to love it. Okay, I want that blight. Give me that blight. Mmm, delicious. There's a guy at the gym I go to. He's pretty short, probably 5'8", and like fully jacked, like arms like this. You know what I mean? Like huge. He's actually really well built. Like really proportionate, like no fat on him, just like that guy. And he's always at the gym. Whenever I'm there, he kind of hangs out in the middle. And I notice like more than average, he's like doing is making sure that he's always got like some girl he's talking to. And today, around the time that I was leaving, these two girls comes in. They're like probably late teenager, like a little eye-catching to be sure. And this guy is like, they're on like the wide set of cables where all the cables are. The pull downs are at the back. The two middle cable things are here, or the tricep machine, that kind of setup. It's a double one, and the two girls are using these two cable machines where the lat pull down is, and then one of the side cables. And he goes over to the cable row that's across from them, and then he's pulling out moves this guy's probably like 36, he looks like. He's pulling out some moves I've never seen him do before. He's like leaning over onto the bench that the cable row is on, and he like puts his hands down and just does like a muscle handstand. He just suddenly does a handstand. He's like 6 feet away from them. I've never seen this. I've been going to this gym like 12 times now. I've never seen this guy do this, but I have noticed he's always talking to girls a lot. And I'm like, is this guy doing a handstand to impress teenagers? Is that what's happening here? It was really funny. It is funny when like kind of like jailbait girls come to the gym and you watch the way that dudes act differently. Like suddenly the part of the gym where they are, more people are like doing their exercises. Everyone's like, there's like this awkward mist. I feel bad for the girls, man. There's like this awkward mist that descends over the whole place when like some people come in here. Okay, I'll take this. Okay. I was like, are you doing handstands to impress teenagers? Is that what's happening here? Is that what's going on? Okay, which of these things do I want? I want the in items. Probably don't need the stitching kit. Everything I have in my inventory is basically just specifically designed at this point to make me rock this boss. Here's something else I need to think about. Which of these trinkets do I use for the boss himself? Got a lot of shit here. I'm keeping the flapjacks. Maybe that's the mistake. I was trying to keep the flapjacks so that I can get this to go. If your food inventory is more than 10, you get a 10% resolute chance, which you do need because meltdowns are gonna fuck your thing up. All right, we're good. So let's pay attention to this for a second. All four of these are actually quite good. I have to decide which I'm going to use. This one is very good for like the standard fights, but I think for the boss, I would rather have this and this maybe. So that's kind of hard. My inventory's getting a little stuck here. I'm going to get rid of this. It's not that important, I don't think. Alright. Onward. Where are we going next? Okay, turn right for the Oasis, and then Field Hospital to lock in some quirks. We'll spend a lot of money at the Field Hospital. We'll have more space then. Tell me it's not corrosive. Aguirre, the Wrath of God. Fucking arrows from the dark. Arrows from the banks of the river. Another assistant. This happens sometimes, man. I'm gonna take the plates just because I don't value any of this.
The loathing festers.
Oasis
Though decidedly
for the extra
inconvenient,
candles.
at least we know what's coming.
Okay, the loathing's gonna hit 3, but not any higher. So that's another benefit. In terms of this boss attempt, I do not believe that we have or will have any buffs to the boss's HP. Stress heal on everybody? Why not? That's actually sick. I've never seen it before. Okay, what did I get? A mineral rich spring water, you say? Let's add it to the stockpile. What do we get? Holy water, fuck that shit. Am I getting that from one of my...
All that matters is the flickering torch you bear.
Yeah. The torch is not that important in this game. God, I'm like... picking through my inventory like I'm a... I feel like I'm a flea market scrounger. Sorting through like the fucking rubbish after an earthquake or something. Okay, any more loathing coming? No. More flapjacks? Jesus, I'm under siege here. Okay, so I gotta drop one more thing. I could actually drop a stack of like money legit. Still be fine. I'm not gonna do it, but okay, I've gotta pick between all those inventory items. Oops. Fuck, I threw it by accident. I was trying to split it in half. Okay, so no one needs healing. Wellness. We need a lock-in breacher.
Strength comes in many forms.
A lock-in eagle-eyed.
We must preserve what is best in us.
Pharmacy, anything important here? Nothing really. It's good. You can only lock in one? Interesting. Alright, good enough. Okay, so I fucked up and deleted 2 of my food, so I might have to buy more flapjacks unless they show up. I need to have 10 food for that stagecoach thing to work. That's not the most difficult thing ever. What was that? Oh, what a sweet kitty. Oh. So affectionate. He's the sweetest after just waking up. Good. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, what are we doing here? Plague grenade.
A breakthrough.
These dogs are really annoying, I find. Because their counterattack hits really hard. See? 13 crits. Please don't knock him back. He did knock him back and stunned him. They're really giving it to me here. I think I might have made a mistake in terms of which items I removed. I think the trinket that I threw out was one that I probably would have preferred to use for the boss because it changes blind into an attack buff. That would just save me turns, therefore give me efficiency.
Mistimed as directed.
Look at this. Look. I didn't exhaust my blind. That's a little crazy, right? I'm getting wrecked here. Okay, at least I can heal him with the Vestal. Look, this time it works. Why did it not work the other time? Close your eyes a minute, friend. Nice crit out of nowhere. I'm not sure where that came from. Oh, is that your thing? Is that your friendship bonus? It heals him when you use your main ability. That's incredible. Okay, so I need to look at my trinkets there to see if I did in fact throw out the wrong one. But it's kind of fine. It's just a playstyle thing. I just didn't like the +4 speed thing. Okay, whatever. So this is generally looking good. Our health is like effortlessly above 0. This should be the Exemplar, who's very difficult. Is it the Exemplar? Are you gonna give me the big boy? Yeah, there he is. I hate this guy.
A parody of human outline. It must be
Oh, it's so scary. This is always a little bit dangerous. What's the buff? Bone weaving. Okay, so let's just take this slowly. Keep the defenses on him. Gonna use Ounce of Prevention.
In crisis, we can rely only upon each other.
Okay, you can stress him out all you want. Anything you want to do? I'll use Suffer. So we're doing a little slow start here. I did notice that this guy, the longer the fight goes, the worse. I am blinded, so we'll use Reflection here. He does heal a lot. So if I use Acid Rain, does it hit both of them? It does. Because this guy's a 3 slicer. So now we start the damage. What is that? That's the regen? Okay. With Plague Grenade, we can reliably get the dot to be above the regen. We're not quite there yet. Pillar of Sacrifice, he's killing him for a heal. Okay, it's a big one. And then... he's not low enough for Mantra. So we got Consecration of Light on him. We might have to use Mantra next turn. Okay, no, we should just be able to heal him. That's 20. That's crazy. That is no fucking joke. Okay, we're not blinded. This will hurt, but he's blinded, so this might not hurt. But we do need to do damage to this guy. 38 is terrific. You'll love to see it. But he is healing over time. Just please don't hit him and kill him. Okay. Okay, we should be good to get a turn. This is gonna hurt. Please dodge that. Thank you. Okay, we need to get... okay, he needs to use Necrosis here for the heal. Just to keep everything Gucci. The crit is nice. That's less nice to be there. Are we blinded? No. So keep hitting this guy with it. So he's got crazy healing right now. But we do pretty good damage. I'm worried about this. Rapturous Beauty. Are you gonna... okay, Horror I can deal with. Just heal him for 43. That's hard to deny. I have to get him back in the position he was before. That is... okay, I pulled him closer, which is probably fine. He can use most of his abilities from here. Bone Weaving, that's more healing. So he is regularly healing, but we are doing consistent damage. I need to move back so I can use Plague Grenade again. No, I'm just going to stack up the dots on him. Because that is a very strong dot. And we can do... Can't you use this? Oh, okay, my bad. Okay, now you do the switch. Because your dot is less potent. I'm blinded now. So I will reflect. And then we have 2 points here. Is Mantra worth it? No. I'm going to save a turn to do Mantra. Maybe I can burst this thing down. That should get it to the point where it'll die from the dot. Here comes 2 turn from Fuckface. You did kill him. Okay, whatever. So how big of a regen is that? Not that bad. Rapturous Beauty. We got a dodge on that. Okay, we're in pretty good shape. So this is gonna... Do I do... No, just keep the damage up. This is gonna hurt. 8 is fine. We're not too worried about stress. We seem to be fairly stress resistant. Now we use Mantra, because we have nothing else really to do besides a weak judgment. That's a big heal. So now we keep hitting with it. Layer the... Yeah, we have really good blights right now. So he should... As long as he doesn't get another regen, we're in pretty good shape for this guy. I'm not blinded, so I can just fuck him up. Death's Door. Will he die here? Yeah, okay, wow. That was, I think we're now at 4 victories and 2 defeats to that fucking creature. Skip all this shit. Okay, good. We're now at the inn before the final boss. And we have what seems to be the strongest group we've ever had on my 5th attempt at this particular squad. So let's see how this goes and what kind of like shot we can get. I can't say that I honestly have like a good strategy for this boss yet. It doesn't seem that you can kill his backline without... It doesn't seem that you can kill his cherubs without him casting revenge on you. So we're now at the point where we might have enough mastery points for full mastery, and we're going to spend so much money. We never really got a hoarder, so we didn't get to use all our baubles.
Lower your guard. Soften your gaze.
Okay, we only got 1 quirk there.
Here.
We're looking good. 5 candles. Okay. First off,
There is nothing for it now.
Wainwright.
But to press on.
Trophy.
Come what may.
Food and inventory over 10 plus 10% resolute chance. What's more important than this? Okay, I gotta keep the medical gear. These kind of things we can now avoid.
Experimentation. Your academic instincts serve you well.
Okay, now we can choose mountain. Wainwright, we don't have to heal anything. Okay, how many? We only get 3 mastery points. So how many more masteries do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6? I don't think this does much. Just to remove stealth and add 1 point of damage. Break is good. I think probably break, necrosis, maybe this. But it seems weird not having her heal. Yeah, so I think it has to be her heal, necrosis. I don't know. I think necrosis is the least important. I think her heal, break, and cause of death. This is the most usefulness, in my opinion.
Each improvement, a new variable.
Okay, now we go off on the... What targets need the most chance at damage? Those 2. Okay, is there...
precious relics remind us of
Is
a
there
time
food to buy?
before
There
the end.
is. Okay, so I have to use... I have a stew, never mind. Okay, drop this. Eat the stew. I now need to buy 2 food to make sure that I have that buff. So buy 2 of these. No, 2 of these. And then whiskey flask. Ceremonial drum. Mop and bucket. 3 whiskey
Something to
bottles.
ease the rigors of the road.
Clarifying poultice. Clotting poultice. Just basically every single buff we can get. Mop and bucket. Round start. %2 crit is him and him. Impermeable poultice is him and him. Ceremonial drum. Ceremonial drum. Pain box. Flagellant, 1 target, 15% damage, 30% west. It can only be him, right? Nice. 2 targets, plus 10% heal received from skills per positive token. So him and him. Stimulating poultice plus 4 speed. The back 2. And then whiskey flask. Who's got the lowest relationships? Damien Baldwin is at 15. Okay. So that means one person's at 16 now. Was the lowest is 16 out of 20, right? Paracelsus Baldwin. So do I have any means of improving that? No, unless I want to lower their speed. It's not worth it. Provisioner, any cool trinkets? No. Any stagecoach items that make a big difference? No. In items, we're just Gucci at this point. Remove negative quirk 67%. That's not bad, right? I don't see the point. I mean, there's no downside though, right? Is there combat items I'd rather spend the money on? Are we happy with the combat items we have? 2 mineral restraint water. I wish it was more. 1 toxic ichor. I'd rather him have the death cap spores. 2 medicinal herbs. 2 of these. I'd rather have the taunt. I'll keep the extra shit because why not? Trinkets no. Stage. Let's take a look at these. No. In items. Okay. 2 clotting poultices, I guess.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
Alright, that's fine. Okay, we got 10 food. Just to clarify, that means that we have plus 10% resolute chance. We don't need any more recovery. We don't have any more mastery points. Corpse plus 200% damage. Combat start, we get locked in. Is that what that means? It's a white lock-in. Does this mean no matter what we can't move? I hope so. Okay, here we go. Now let's see all the friendship. Hold on. Is there any sort of trinket stuff we still want to do? All we have is this one. Okay, drop that one. Maybe I'll keep it. Maybe I'll keep it for the first 2 fights, then change it over. Alright, let's try that. And then I'm not sure what else I really need to do, so I'm just gonna hit it. Let's see. Big boss run coming up. And then it's lunchtime. 5 friendships. I was hoping for more. I think my record is 7.
Tried and tested. A bond to be counted on.
I think there's even like I was looking at it, I think there's even an achievement on Steam if you get everybody to be friendships with everybody. So this is underrating. This is underwhelming, but it's pretty good. While the heart beats, desire will die. Alright. Okay, I have to remember to change that trinket after the 2 Oblivion's ingresses.
At last, the great ziggurat. Temple of failure and regret.
And then I'm not sure how to basically I've got an idea how I'll do this boss, in that I'll be trying to hit the cherubs and the boss at the same time with our abilities that strike 2 spots. But the main thing here is that we just have an extremely strong group, and we're going to give it the best shot we can.
Here, at the nexus of ruin, loathing poured forth from the darkest recesses of your mind. Your failures took form, and the world bowed in honor of your great wretchedness. The stain of your bankruptcy frayed the very fabric of our dimension. But you were afraid to face what you had wrought, and fled down the long road of your memories, hiding yourself away.
Okay. Got it. Roger. Ooh. Nice little buff. Okay, we need to do these as well as possible. This is incredibly good, by the way. Cannot move or be moved until the end of combat. That could be bad, depending on your group, but for me it is absolutely perfect. And I honestly should write down which trophies do which, and think like intelligently about which trophies do usually better. Obviously you eventually get to the point where you're just so strong that you do all 3 trophies every time. Okay, use them to hit him, and use the front guy to keep chopping up this guy. And just do death by 1,000 cuts. I do think I threw away the wrong trinket with that gargoyles one that had a chance to turn my blind into strength. That was a mistake, in my opinion.
Excellent work. A brilliant conclusion.
You're a little greedy with that judgment. It's down to 1, 2. Fucker. Okay, that was an extraordinarily dominant performance, though I'd have liked to heal a little more.
The unpleasant in the extreme. This work is noble and necessary.
Okay, give me some healing. 6.
The beautiful illusion.
Okay, so after this one I have to change the trinket, because I think there's only 2.
Fragmented.
Holy shit, look at this. Absolute fucking powerhouses. Oh, it buffed them. That's nice. I don't think I necessarily would have taken that option if I knew. But whatever. As long as they're not critting, I don't care that they're doing extra damage. I mean, I care a little bit. Don't get me wrong. Still only did 1 instead of 4. I can live with that. This is a lot. I'm going to suffer that one. Okay, so is he blinded? Yes. So reflect. And then suffer that heal. Suffer that dot. Takes only give me 9. I get the buff, you know? So now you hew. Nice. And then you consecrate. And then you plague grenade. Okay, he can't change me around, which is a huge benefit. Okay, you're regenerating the wrong person. No one cares about that person's health. Not an appreciate. No, we don't appreciate that crit around here. Plague grenade again. Is it worth it? I think we need this guy out of here. Nice. Okay, am I gonna bleed to death here? No. I'm gonna hew. Okay, wasted a little bit too much on that guy. I'm a little worried with his health here. She goes next though, so it's all gravy. Okay. Layer the damage on this dude. Mantra heal. Nah, I just use this. Save the mantra heal for next turn. Nice. Look at that fatty. Okay, you're healing him, but there's no regen. But it did remove the dot, which is pretty crazy. Okay, I don't like this. $52 crits, always welcome. She is going to heal up unless I get an assassination here. So now I use Mantra. For 96 total healing. Feels good, man. Now try to assassinate this person. Good. The fact that he can't shuffle us all around with his ability due to a trophy we have is an outstanding bonus. Fine, go right ahead. Okay. Do I lower his stress here? This is the prudent move, especially because he already has reflection on. He already needs to take the blind off anyway. So now we just try to do as much damage as possible. She's got a... Look at that. Nice. Super buff. Look at that. Fucking crazy. Alright, so this is buff to double damage. 10. He needs one more hit here. God, we're fucking strong. Look at that. Absolutely dominant. Could not be going better. But let's see if the boss agrees. Oh boy. I'm not going to be upset if I lose this. I can't really expect to two-shot the boss. Okay, so now we change the trinket over to this one. Drop this one. Hero goal. Nice. So we get a lot of candles this time, regardless of what happens.
I remember our first meeting on the steps of the university. You were golden, lit from within by the glow of potential.
Full health, 1 stress on the person who most benefits from being stressed.
I would see that potential realized. It is time to reclaim the world from your weakness.
I don't know what they're talking about.
With blazing defiance. The equation must be balanced.
It's like the game is like kind of indicating that you're playing the part of the person who the narrator is talking to. That seems to be sort of like the syntax here. And that we're the people plumbing these deaths. But I don't honestly fully understand the framing. I'm not that smart. Alright, here we go. 55 light, I would prefer if it was at 100. But we'll see. Here we go. Here comes the big dog. Round 2, baby.
Gaze now upon your great achievement. The sum total of your failings. Your body of work.
It strikes me as like a pun on like the things that the relatively middle-aged developers of this game think is like a meta commentary of like, here's your big scary creature is your body of work and what that shows about you. Okay, what is this? Gastric Juice. Turn end, Blight 3. Okay, I remember all this. So, as per usual, just keep the consecrations coming. Layer the heals. Layer the dots, I mean. Okay, we're blighted. We're slightly stressed. Layer the dots, which he's resisting. I don't like that.
But deadly all the same.
100 blight resist. That's a remarkable blow to my strategy. Hopefully it doesn't apply to the other bosses. The other parts of this boss. So he is my big dog here. Oh, if he is casting blight. So what's his blight resist? 67. So I might be able to get this shit through. I wonder if I do Ounce of Prevention here. I might as well. It's a bit late. I should have done it the first turn, especially if I saw what his blight was like. So do the second consecration. This person absolutely needs to do the fat damage necessary. Okay, he's now resisting it. So now you need to be the big dog here. 26 is adequate. How much health does he have? 175. So you did 16% of his health there. Okay, so these are not worth absorbing, but this does some damage with a chance of a blight. So I should maybe use him in a more supportive role. So she has one of the more valuable skills here. So we just need to keep this guy swinging on all cylinders. Do I use this for the weakness? And the daze? How much damage does this do? 4 to 5. I'm going to try this Disorienting Blast. If I can get a daze, didn't work. Maybe I'm kind of fucking around too much. Okay, he's blighted. I might suffer this blight. He's still hitting with it. Just keep it up. You're our only reliable source of damage here. It's not worth it. It's doing some damage, even though it's like a net negative, essentially. We still have Ounce of Prevention for one more turn. See if I can get a blight to stick. He finally got a blight to stick. This means I can use Necrosis on my Flagellant here to at least do something. She has 2 points again. Do I use Mantra? No, I'm just going to Burst. We don't have very many reliable forms of flat damage. This guy's now 2 attacks away from getting killed. This person is weak. I'm going to suffer this.
Relief from caustic agony.
Okay, am I blinded? No. I've been very lucky with that. A 52 crit takes him out. Okay, so that was good in that was the blight resistant phase. I now need to use Mantra before it fades. So it looks like I get a nice big flat heal here. Noxious Blast. Okay, so he's out of his phase in which he is resistant to blight. So we can now really pop this boy off. This guy, I think, does harder damage, though. Do the consecrations expire? No. So we get a really good Mantra heal here, including... that was 102 total healing, which is great. All this stuff is not worrisome. No one's stressed. Now we can do really positive damage to this guy. Now we reapply the consecrates. This person is not blinded. So the Leopard continues to be an absolute Giga Chad. So, I don't think I'm going to do Ounce of Prevention, because this guy just seems doing flat damage. I just need this guy to do his blight work as well as possible. She has 2 points here. She has nothing else to do, because nothing else is on cooldown. So just hit him with the double damage Judgment. Okay, he's down to half already. This is good. He has some sort of roundhouse or like haymaker type move, which I'm worried about. But just layer the blights. 18 over 2 turns. This is when it hits hard. That was hitting for like 80 or something before. So we are blinded here. So I'm going to take the chance. It still hits. Nice. Haymaker is the one that hits really hard. Okay, so that's really scary. But I can heal here. So this person has to... Am I on death's door? No. Whew. This does 100% of the remaining thing on the target as damage, which means 36. I just have to hope he does not hit this particular person. Did. Okay, so that's not great. It's not the worst, though. I didn't really get a chance to do consecrates or anything. This person should die now. Okay. So I just don't like where our healing is going into the top boss. We didn't really have a chance to do mantras or anything. Just the cooldowns are too long.
Behold the hateful god upon his throne. Your failures made flesh.
Okay. What's he doing? What's the debuff? Turn and change lock type. So we're gonna have our stuff. Generally speaking. Okay, so Divine Grace has a cooldown but no limit on uses. So I'm going to use Ounce of Prevention. Let's take a look at their... None of them have particular blight resist. So I'm going to use Ounce of Prevention to start. I don't like how slow this is going to go. But I need to kind of ramp up a little bit. And now they're going to really fuck me up. Okay, you can do horror on him. Just don't take me to death blow too early. They really want me to get fucked up here. Okay. He did not go to death blow, which is nice. I'm going to remove these because my health is just so low. No, fuck it. So... I can't take damage right now. I can endure stress.
There is comfort in
I should have maybe used Suffer there. I'm going to taunt up. They've locked me from using melee abilities, which is a little bit troll. Okay, so I can still use stuff. So I can't use... I'm going to use Plague Grenade and just try to tag both people whenever possible. And try to just gradually wear them down. So I'm really worried about this guy's health right now. Stars Align is this. This is not really a big deal. So Consecration of Light... we need to apply. I think I might want to heal this guy. Maybe I'll just use the mantra right now. It's fine. He doesn't really need the consecration he had. I just need him not to get fucked up. So we just need to be not on our back foot all the time. So now we can use Plague Grenade. Can I use Acid Rain? I can, yeah. So keep the burns going. He has 999 health. We are in a pretty good position. So he's not blinded. So now we use Hue to hit both. And just try to splash damage to wear the cherubs down while still doing some damage to the boss as much as possible. This is my overall strategy here. Do I use Deathcap Spores to lower his blight resist? Or do I wait till later to do it? I'm going to wait a little bit. It works for 3 turns. I have 2 of them. Okay, so I got the important one to work. We're doing good damage here. The back one should be dead. So maybe I went a little bit too far on that. You just want enough to take him down without spending undue attention on him. So now I gotta pay attention to my health, see how everything's doing. I'm gonna flat heal him next turn. He took 1. The debuffs are very light. That does not heal very much because their max HP is not very high. So... if I hit this, then he can hew, and it should be enough to kill, get him to lethal after this. So he's blinded. I'm still going to hew. I hit them both, which is very lucky. So this should now kill him, right? Yeah. So both these things should now die from the ticks. So I can't use range skills. So I can use Ounce of Prevention or try to burst this guy for extra damage. I'll use Ounce of Prevention, just to make these things a little stronger. I'm not terribly happy with my overall health, but it's not terrible either. My consecrations are up. She does not have limited usage on her heal, which I find outstanding. Horror doesn't seem to be an issue. We don't seem to be taking stress. That thing did die. They both died. Does this thing waste turns? Okay, so I can just chop this guy. 17. I need to start layering some dots on this guy. I can't reach him with this for some reason. Oh, he's not allowed to do melee skills, right? Okay, so are any of these worth taking care of? No. You can't suffer the horror, right? Because it's not the right build. So do your damage. What's now? Face your failure. What's this do? Is this glitching the game? We have to choose someone? What does this do? What does this mean? What do I do here? Is this one of those things like the previous game where I have to kill someone off? I don't understand. I love it. Okay, he has one more turn of the debuff resist. We gotta keep the damage rolling. We've done less than 10%. He likes using that on that person. So that did no damage, which is curious. What does that do? I feel like I should be hitting the other person. What is this? I don't like this. They're tanking up. Okay, am I blinded? No. Okay, I get some heals in here. Okay. Not great. Please don't die. They died in the first try.
Such a wholesale organic failure.
I should have used Suffer to take away his thing. But like, that's crazy to die without a single opportunity to get a Deathblow resist. That's really, really, really fucking stupid. And I'm already like so mad. So I think that essentially makes this now impossible. Why does this... I don't understand. Not even a chance at Deathblow. The Blight just kills him instantly. And why is this person taking 0 damage?
Observe the subjects carefully, and you will discover its weaknesses.
What happened? Oh, the wrong one. Consecration of Fortitude is this one. So I can use Mantra next turn, but my biggest source of damage is gone.
Hold fast.
And I don't know. So can only, I think maybe only this guy can hit that guy, is what's happening here. I have a funny feeling that's the case. Yeah. Okay. Got it. I see. Okay, I'm really pissed off that the Plague Doctor died there with like the first chance at Death's Door, because I had a heal coming, but I just didn't use Suffer. So that was my mistake. He's resistant to the Blights, which I'm not appreciating. That's really, really, really frustrating.
A calculated generosity.
Really, 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 really frustrating. See, it doesn't, because it's a miss, it doesn't consume the blind, but a dodge does. So how does that work? Okay, well, we've learned some things, but we also like really got royally fisted there. Well, at least I didn't. Okay, whatever, this is fine. So we've now done just over 10%. Okay, so only the person you choose can kill this person. So it would probably be best to do the leper, honestly. What is this? Exaltation. Damage 200, 200. Self minus inflame. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Okay, that's nice. I can still only do this for no purpose. At least his range skills this time. Samsara, this guy took a long time to recover these this time. So we have him about halfway down. So maybe if you take out both of them, interesting, maybe that's how it works. If you take out both of them before he can res one, then you get into like that face your failure thing. So this is much harder to do without the Plague Grenade guy now. So we might have to endure her stress. It's very, very, very rough to lose that guy. Girl. Like to a 1-point blight. The first time they were at Death's Door. Maybe they got to Death's Door earlier, but I don't think they had the debuff where you get the res piercing. That is extremely fucking shitty. I think we had a really, really good chance to beat that boss if that didn't happen. We now have a small chance to beat him, because I'm sure there's some other phases which are going to be just absolute hates. I don't know why all the debuffs are so weak. So what do we do here? I think we endure her stress to get ahead of it, in case something weird happens. Nice. Free heal. Okay, am I blinded? No. Keep hewing. Okay, now he might do Samsara here. So I think you have to balance when you do it. Is Mantra worth it here? No, not till you get both consecrations up, which will be next turn. Samsara? No. Okay, we have to kill the backline, but we don't have a whole lot of damage to do so. Okay, do blight damage to this guy. There you go. So what can we do here? Okay. We have 2 turns until we can heal. Because she has to use Consecrate first and then Mantra. So just hit him with it. Hopefully this guy dies to the... He's using Samsara, so that's bad luck. Because now we're going to be off sync. But whatever, we'll keep at it. Utility. So I'm going to use... I'm going to use Suffer here on him. And then she may be able to do a flat heal. Does she have it? It might be on cooldown. Skill blocked. Okay, cool. So next turn, if he survives, we can mantra them both. Yeah, hit him. Go right ahead. He's stunned. That's a shame, but he was melee locked anyway. So it's kind of, you have to kill the two of them to get the exaltation. Grievance Souls, we got a taunt here. That's good. She's coming next, so we get the heal. Okay, good. Give me the mantra. She's not blocked, is she? Good. Okay, so we're back in the business. He's gonna lose these things out here. So I have to hit this thing, although I don't really want to. If we can kill it before this uses Samsara, then we can get to the big dog stage again. Come on. Okay. No blight though. The blight got resisted. That's really unlucky. Yeah, that is really unlucky to get the blight resisted there. Or to not do more damage there. That's annoying for sure. Okay, now I use Hue to kill both of them, and then use Acid Rain and hit the both in the back line. Okay, does she have anything useful to do here? She can't do anything. Can't move. Just have to take the stress. Wow, stupid. I'll use this myself. Offset that a little bit. Okay, what does that do? Whatever, that's fine. Am I blinded? No. So we can use Acid Rain first and then Hue here. Unless anything gets blocked. Forced invalid. But there's no block here. Doesn't make sense. Why is... oh, the taunt, right. Okay, got it. Okay, am I blocked? No. Maybe I use... I was going to say maybe I use Intimidate. Flat damage is a bit better here, I think. Okay, we got him in half. What is this? This is a new one. Okay, we gotta get a heal this turn. Okay, we're getting crit for 3. Not appreciated. Okay, we've got to... yeah. Might as well keep this rolling on cooldown whenever possible. Okay, Acid Rain. Nice. Get the Blight rolling. Am I blinded? My stress is kind of high. I'll use Reflection here. Stress is generally ramping up. I guess because that ability he used probably puts him up. Utility, Horror is not bad. Once he gets close, I'll try to use an Endure on someone else. Other ways to turn. What does she have here? Okay, can't heal, but she has no heals anyway. Acid Rain again. So this should be enough to kill him. Another ways to turn. Fat stress heals, yo. Okay, so don't use Samsara. Fuck you, man. Okay, so we're off sync here, so it's really, really hard to get that fat 200 burst, which would really help us win this fight. Okay, so do I use Mantra? No. Do I use damage to burst this one down? Yes. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Futility, she's targeting her. That's nice extra damage. Extra blight. She's in trouble here. So I'll use Suffer before her turn. That one's dead. Okay. So she's a little safer. She's healed this turn, and we can use Mantra after that. I'm gonna chop this one. Oh, I have no choice in the matter. Okay, so now we get to do the thing again. Face your failure. Him. Okay. What's happening here? Death's Door is not what I would like to see here, but she doesn't have a dot on her, so it does help. I don't have mantra. I'm going to heal my stress. And then heal myself. And then next turn I should be able to set them up for the mantra heals. Regression. I love that he dodged that. Okay, so now I suffer. No, now I suffers on cooldown. The stress is not that worrisome. So I just hit your boy here. I'm gonna cure that. Should probably do it to myself, but whatever. Oh, he spun away because of suffer, right? Okay, smart. Accidentally quite smart. Okay, so now are you blinded? No. So you just need to chop this boy down. So, okay, he's very close. So I can use Hugh next turn as long as he's not blinded. Okay, wow, I really fucked that guy up. So now we get the big dog. And it's a nice heal, which is really convenient here. 200. Okay. So now he uses Samsara again for both of them. Yeah. Okay, a little worried about this. But I can heal in 2 turns with Consecration, then Mantra. Unless something blocks it. Okay, let's start the whole thing again. If we can get one more cycle and stay alive, we're in good shape. I'm not sure if I use Acid Rain here. A little low. I'm gonna endure her stress. Let's finally get into a toxic state, shall we? He does more damage when he's low, but what's the worst thing that can happen? Okay. Edge of Oblivion, don't do too much damage, please. Okay, so now we do Hue. Am I blinded? No. Maybe it's time for a taunt. No, we have Mantra coming up. And save it in case something gets crazy. Okay, we got 3 turns here. Don't like being crit there. Okay. We have really, really weak bleeds. Just keep her safe. She can't heal right now. Acid Rain. Maybe I'll learn my lesson and use this on her. Nice. She can't heal herself yet. We can't use anything. So the back target is who is closer to needing to die. So that's good. So now if I Hue this one, then we have a good chance next turn. Okay, I wish he hadn't died, actually, because now he's going to use Samsara, because he goes first always. I use Fertility instead. So now that thing should bleed out. Now I can use Mantra. Okay, Mantra's not the right move here. This is. And then Consecration and then Mantra, unless circumstances decry desperation. Okay, so we are in actually super good shape here. I'm going to be a little safe and use Necrosis here. It's a little bit of damage, and it keeps him a little further away from the Deathlight. So we are blinded. No. So chop him up. He's under 200. Face your failure. Oh, you have to choose people. Okay, this is a rough one. But we might just be able to ignore him. Oh, it's the Flagellant from her story mission. That's interesting. Okay, so Consecration of Light into a next turn Mantra. And then we ignore this guy. We can't use Necrosis. I think I endure here so I don't take the damage and just stave off until I get the fat heal. Okay. Just hit her all you want. It's fine. I can hear her scratching. Okay, 32 crit. What's he down to? 129? Okay, so it's now like half of a normal boss. So, it's going to take her a long time to be able to do something with this, because I have to use Mantra here. This is a huge Mantra, though. This is an enormous stabilizing position. We have a lot of buffs here. We might be able to rush down the boss. Okay, we're in a really, really good position. But he is going to fuck her up. But she will be able to heal herself as long as she's not blocked from healing. 87. So he's getting a lot of turns. I don't like that. His utility spell is very weak. Feeling a lot of momentum, unless there's not another stage. Can she heal? No. So do I ignore this guy and rush down the boss? He's getting a lot of turns and he's getting scarier. This should do a lot of damage. 14. If the blood, that means I can. Okay, I'm a little worried about this. Each one hits a bit harder, so she's got. At least she can heal herself. Oh no, she's got 2 more turns coming. All right. So, am I blinded? Yes, I am. I'm still gonna take the risk. It's a miss. This time I lose the blind. Okay, now she's gonna Death's Door. So hopefully she gets the turn before this guy this time. She does. Okay, he's hitting him, which I like. So now I can heal. I'm just gonna let this guy bash my fucking dick hole in, I guess. He's gonna kill me. He's gonna put me in Death's Door in 2 more hits here. Oh, the miss. Wow. I'm not sure where that came from. That's very lucky. Okay. So the boss is at 52 and counting. And she should be able to finish this, so we're in a really good plot. We're in a really good position here. So unless anything crazy happens right now, there's no more phase. Did we actually do this? 16 crit. He's at 1. She can't use her spell. Okay, that's just great. So you're going to consecrate a Consecration of Fortitude yourself. And then here comes the hero to the rescue. So what happens here when I click this button with a 100% chance when he's at 1 HP? Let's find out. Death blow on the boss. Did we do it?
Destroy the thing is to destroy yourself. But the world will spring anew from the memory you kept of it.
We did it. Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, I know, Kitty. Yeah. You beat the boss.
Your confession is complete.
Oh my god.
The cosmic axes are aligned once more. Forgive yourself. Humanity is a weak hypothesis, after all. An unbalanced equation.
Hey, Quinn.
Perfect angle.
Look away if you don't want boss spoiler and ending spoilers.
Seeds of our ruin and seek to deny its reckoning. We make mountains of our mistakes, monsters of our misdeeds. We slip and stumble, we fail and we falter. And yet, in each of us, a hope.
Boss is done. This is the ending.
Holding fast against the hellish shadows that gather between our good intentions. And in each of us, a limitless emptiness.
It's all good. It went great. I lost one of my 4 members very unfortunately early, but the rest of them just chopped on through. Oh my god.
The flame grows.
Let's go. Game over. So, how much more do I play this? 97. I don't even think that's honestly, I don't even think that's the most candles I've gotten from a run. I think I got 99 something at some point. Okay. There we go. And there it is. 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 Okay. Feels pretty good, man. Not as bad, not as good as feeling bad feels when you lose in this game, but this does feel good. I'm glad to do it. There's a lot of other ways that you can play around and build up more stuff. It's a game that lends itself to repeated playthroughs, And I will probably stick with it for a little while longer, just to level up all the characters to their full thing. So I think I probably have like 3-4 more runs of this, but there we go. The team that I salty ran back, the same 4 people, 6 times in a row, finally comes through on my second attempt at the final boss and takes him out. And there it is. And there it is. Alright, I'm going to go eat a pork rillette cooked in duck fat with Leslie Stowe's Raincoast crackers, blueberry preserve, and a dill pickle to celebrate my victory. And then, man, I'm going to send you a picture of it. This is like my favorite lunch recently. I found these like Quebec homemade, like there's so many pâtés and like terrines and everything here. I went through the whole grocery store and all of them had shit ingredients like fucking xanthan gum and soy lecithin and like pea protein in them, except for this one that's like pork, duck fat, beer, celery powder, spices, salt, something like that. It's it. And it comes in a little puck, like a little bar of soap style puck that makes 2 meals. And I'm gonna send you a picture. It's so good. Anyway, I'm gonna have my lunch. I'm gonna get out in the sun a little bit. Say goodbye to Kitty. I'll be back in a little while. Hope you're enjoying your day off. All is well with the universe.